A museum honoring Western heritage has been in San Antonio for 70 years, but many locals haven't yet had a chance to see it. Lexi Hazlett drops in to see what's new at the Theriscoe in this week's Eyewitness News Original, Everything 210.
If you're looking for a family-friendly place in the 210 that takes you on a trip back in time, we've got you covered. There's a museum here in San Antonio that honors the art, heritage, and history of the American West. And they have a free event for National Day of the Cowboy. But before we dive into that, we wanted to look inside the Theriscoe, a museum that's been in SA for 7 years.
There are a lot of museums in San Antonio, but the Theriscoe Western Art Museum is unique because it preserves and interprets the art and the history and the culture of the American West.
And preserving that culture means highlighting the history of every person in the Western days.
We're showcasing the diversity of the American West and the often untold and unknown stories, which include women's stories, black cowboys, the vaqueros, and even Chinese cowboys as well.
And why have the museum in the Alamo City? Well,
we say the West starts here because San Antonio played a vital role within the cattle drives. Often the cattle would be driven up from the valley, stop in San Antonio as they made their way northward.
You can also take in the Battle of the Alamo and get a close look at this Abraham Lincoln sculpture.
It was done by the same artist who did the Mount Rushmore, Abraham Lincoln as well.
And then we got an exclusive look at the Still in the Saddle exhibit, where they highlight classic Western films. Even if you're not a movie buff, you probably know John Wayne, and his clothes are even on display. So if you're intrigued by just the few things that we showed you out of the hundreds here, well, they have that National Day of the Cowboy event on Saturday, July 24th.
We are going to be having crafts and presenters available from 10 to 2 and do some barrel racing. We'll have a shooting gallery as well. Outside, we'll have a chuck wagon where we have tastes of peach cobbler and some beans. It's going to be free to the public. It's open to the whole community. We'd love to see everyone come down, and it's a great chance to explore the museum.
Lexi Hazlett, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
That is a cool museum.
That is.